This is our exterior plan. Let's import in 3ds Max. Click on File, Import, select our DWG file, click on Inches and Rescale, click OK. Select all and keep a group. Make a copy and rotate it to 90 degrees. Let's make it to center. By right clicking on it. Select line and trace it. Enable angle snap on. Let's make it rectangle. 2 rectangles. Let's face it. Select 2 rectangles. Let's them isolate them. Click on attach. Let's put the level on it. Click on share and put the level. Let's make a copy. Delete the above line. Make it 2 feet. All text for X-ray view or see-through. Let's rotate it. Let's set it 1-1 and select slice modifier. Align it properly. Shift and drag for a copy and rotate it 90 degrees. Then again shift and drag. Press 1 or to slice it. Move along. Select polygon and delete it. Another plane for footsteps. Snap it properly. Drag the vertices. Select edge and move it upward. Add a shell modifier and enter 3 feet 4 inches. Make a copy and select the vertices and drag downwards. Enter 2 feet 6 inches. Let's add a chamfer modifier. Click and drag to apply it. Click on plane, click and drag Add editable poly, select vertices and adjust it. Click on connect. Another one, adjust the edges. Add a connect. Click on 2 and drag it. Add editable poly, select the polygon, delete it. Add a shell modifier. Enter 4 feet. This is a taper design from 6 inches to 4 feet. Click and drag. Editable poly, select the vertices, adjust the vertices, angle snap off. Shell modifier, 6 inches to 4 feet. Add 4 feet. Isolate this. Select tape modifier. Click and drag tape modifier and enter value of 6 inches. Specify length and 6 inches. Select the node and drag it. This is 6 inches. Select this editable poly, click on vertices and drag towards 6 inches. Make sure it's 6 inches. Let's add window to vertex. Polygon. In Control I for invert and delete this. Add editable poly, select edges, click on connect, or I use swift loop, click it, click, select the polygon and delete it, add a shell modifier. Enter value, or maybe I had to select border, select all. On the top view, click and drag by pressing shift. Scale it to make plane. After selecting edges, this is not equal. You can go to make plane, select the proper axis. Z axis working, Z axis, click on Z, adjust it, isolate this, select the edges and click on bridge. Go to border mode and click on select all and click on cap. Center the pivot. Let's collapse it. Right click, collapse to, click on yes. It's look good. Let's make the boundary wall. Go on top view, click on line, angle snap on, click only. Click on shift for straight line. It is not snapping, we will do it manually. Click on yes. Go to edges, select scale tool and drag it for straight line. Right click, freeze it. Select all the spline. Click on one spline, click on attach. Attach all spline. Add an edit modifier or extrude modifier. Let's length is 11 feet. Enter 11. Select properly, align the boundary wall. Align it properly. Let's move towards a little bit. You can see it is not aligned properly. And move toward a little bit backward. Let's add a window. Select this, isolate this. Add a tape modifier. Click and drag. Let's make it. Enter the value. Click on it. Add a slice modifier. Drag upwards. Click on edit poly, select polygon, select 2 of them, bridge it and bridge. Click on shell, add 4 feet 5 inches. Edit poly, select the polygons and drag inwards. Two feet 2 inches. Select extrude and enter 2 feet 2 inches. Let's save our file. Click on plane, add a floor for it. Click and drag. Shell modifier. It is overlapping. Now it is fit. shift and drag, make a copy. Feet. It's 12 feet. Shift and drag. So align it properly and extrude it. Delete the polygon, click on border, click cap, select border, cap, select polygon, bridge it, select two of them, bridge it, also delete this, select border, cap, select polygons, bridge it. Click on edit poly, select vertices, drag it. Select center pivot. There is a gap. There's a gap. Just click and drag. Adjust it. Select vertices and adjust it so there is no gap between the polygons and objects. Click on chamfer and increase the value. Click on connect. Double click to select loop. Add a connect modifier. Drag it downwards. Let's make outer wall. Outer boundary. Click on spline. Select spline and click on outline. By selecting the third one, select vertices and adjust it. Click on shell modifier. Let's adjust it. This is of a boundary wall. And edit spline. Click on refine from vertices option. First click connect, refine it properly. Let's delete it and click on vertices and click and drag. And select both vertices, right click fuse, right click weld. Select both, right click fuse, right click weld. Now it is welded. Scale it for proper alignment. Straight edges. Click on shell modifier. Let's add a rectangle and another one, big rectangle. Attach both. Make sure it is not overlapping. Isolate this. Proper adjust it. Add edit poly modifier. Click on copy and delete this. This will our floor. Adjust it and add a shell modifier. Now select this edit poly modifier. Click both diagonal edges and connect it. Before it, I will delete this. Select polygon. First of all, I select cut tool and make edges flow. Click on edges or polygon deleted. If this is not weld, right click target weld. So right click on select edges, vertices and right click target weld. Scale it properly. Select both edges, click on connect. Everything is good. Deattach this. Make it straight. Select vertices, scale it and drag backwards. Scale it properly. I'll modifier with like the thickness. Import, merge, select our door object. Let's edit poly. It is 5 feet. Total is 8 feet 6 inches. Click on vertices, click and adjust. Make our door little bit big. Vertices and drag it. This overlapping. Let's make upwards. Select all vertices and drag upwards our door handle. Select model and add our glass window or partition. Click on File, Import, Merge. Let's add partition to it. Select all. Click OK. Here is our partition. Click on Window, both isolate. Click and drag it our object. Rotate it. Rotate it to 90 degree. Adjust it. Add a FFT modifier or scale it little bit. I have scaled it. Alt X for see-through mode. Decrease the shell. Select our partition and glass. Bring it forward. Select partition and glass. Make partition upward. Click on partition. Click on FFT modifier. Adjust our partition. By pressing 1, center pivot, shift and drag. Click on instance, OK. Select port, shift and drag. Click on instance, OK. Adjust it. Make it little bit smaller scale. Right click on it or drag it. Mirror it towards y-axis. Select all partition. Click on group. Click OK. Shift and drag. Click on copy. Let's make our slope. Isolate both of them. Select vertices. First of all, enable shell. Increase the value. Click on Edit Poly. Select the edge. Bring it downwards. Make them slope. Now click and drag a plane. I'm using Forest Pack plugin to make for trees. Select Forest Pack. Select our library. Select up 3D. Select this palm tree. Import select. Click on it. And here is our palm tree. click on options, forest lister, refresh it. This one tree, click on mesh to see whole mesh and isolate this, adjust our tree. And I've already added some trees. Scale it, scale down a little bit. Let's make proxies for trees to optimize our scene. Right click with a mesh exporter, browse our proxies where I will save it. Click on automatic create proxies, click OK. It will save in C drive 3ds Max folder, and here is our proxies. Select tree, right click via mesh exporter, create automatic proxies. It will save on C drive. On export folder, click OK, wait for it, and here is our proxy. Let's make it the forest pack also proxies. Click on forest lister, refresh it, select mesh to adaptive or maybe proxy or point cloud, and this is the last one, isolate that. There is our statistics. We are using Polygon plugin for texturing some our scene. Type Google Polygon, click on Polygon website. Here is the Polygon website. Click on help. Go to tools and add-ons, click on it, select our 3ds Max Polygon Material Converter, click on it, download Polygon Material Converter, then after download it, extract this, here is our plugin, click and drag in 3ds Max. Click OK. Now it is now installed. Go to customize, UI, click on toolbars, drag and select polygon. Here is converter, click and drag to and click OK. Click on polygon. Here is our UI polygon. Let's show you how to texture it. Click on polygon, select folder, browse our material library. This is our material. You need PBR materials for this. I'm extracting it. Copy the directory link, right click copy, go to and paste it, click OK. Here is our texture. Go to Slate material editor. Here is our template library. Select Vray as the engine. Select texture and load material. Now it is gone in temporary library. Click and drag in the material editor. First delete it. Click and drag. Here is our Polygon Materials. You can download it from Polygon website. There are large variety of textures. Let's select the end of the node and click on it and drag it. Click on viewport. Add a UVW map. Select box and scale it. Add another one for it. Make sure you disconnect the displacement map, otherwise it will crash your scene in render time. Copy the displacement map and connect it and decrease the value of displacement, otherwise it will crash in rendering. Make it 0.2 or 0.3. Let's select another material, and this time I will use this. Copy the link to Polygon, browse from it, paste it, click OK. Here is some warning. Select Vray, click enable it and load material. Click and drag from temporary library. Here is our material. Make sure you download it from Polygon website only, otherwise it will not compatible. And also disconnect displacement node or decrease value. Select UVW map, scale a little bit. Click and hold. For compact material editor, let's texture it over for walls. Selecting as a gray material. Select this texture. It is for boundary wall. Copy it and click on maps. Paste it on bump. Bump, I will select different map. This for bump map. Apply our material. Apply UVW map also. Select UVW map and set as box. Scale it, down it. right click collapse to. Click and drag. Name a different name for material. Name it. Click and drag. And apply to our walls. Make it more dark. Make a copy. And make it little bit white. Another copy. And it will be tile. Select the tile bitmap. Here is our tile bitmap. Select it. Apply. Make sure you select show shared viewport. Add a UV modifier. Select to box. Scale it. Adjust the scaling. Click and drag UVW to the wall. Let's make it a little bit reflective. And a matte finish for it. Let's set 2.7. And fully matte. Adjust the value. Select the chrome or the black material. Click and drag it. It will for our window. Make a copy. And name it to window. 0.92. Decrease a little bit reflection. Click OK. Fresnel to 1.6. Make a little bit. Apply. Select and apply. Apply wall material. Make it gray. Add a marble material. Select marble texture. apply it, click on show shaded, add UV modifier, scale it a little bit, click and drag UV map to another material. Let's add floor material. Add marble texture, and a UV map, add to the floor, click and drag it, copy the UV map and right click, paste it. Let's add a glass material. Set diffuse to black. Increase the reflection and refraction. Click OK. Select plane, select angle snap, click and drag, select plane and click on to 1 and 1 segments, adjust our plane, it will be our glass. Add shell modifier with 3 mm depth. Apply the glass material. Name it glass. Click on plane, click and drag, enable angle snap. Click and drag. Disable the angle snap. Adjust our plane. Apply shell modifier. And apply the glass material. Let's add forest back grass. Click on forest back. Select our library. Click on grass. Select grass. Import selected. Click on it. Click yes. Click OK. click OK. Here is our grass. This is our grass. Click on mesh. Not show nothing. Click on proxies. Drop down crowd. For optimization, exit isolation mode. Let's make grass material. Apply it. Select the grass map. You can also drag and drop from Explorer the texture to diffuse. Add a UW map. Select to box, scale it downwards. It is good. Exit isolation mode. I have imported the curtain. Let's add curtain. Click on copy that. Click copy. It is a plugin. And go to 3ds Max and click on copy that and click on the curtain. It will import it very easily. Make sure you watch my plugin video, how to use Copytar and other plugins. Add F50 modifier and drag the curtains. A bit backward. The mapping is not good from the other side. Click on UVW map and select alignment to y-axis. It is good. Select it and alignment to y-axis. I have done making some outer areas. Go to layer properties and I have hidden it, outer area. Let's unhide it. Let's adjust our scene and go to the top view. Click on camera, select Vray physical camera, click and drag it. Right click to exit it and adjust our camera by dragging it. Press C for camera view. Here is our camera view. Go to enable save frames. Go to render setup. Select output size to custom. Enter 1.66 to image aspect. Lock it. Let's add Vray Sun. Click on Vray. Click and drag. And right click to exit. Select no for map. Go to front view, bring sun upward, Alt Q for isolation mode, select both and drag downwards. select the sun, go to modify panel and select color mode to direct, increase the size multiplier and make a warmer color. See for camera view, right click Vray frame buffer and select interactive. It is dark because there is no environment. I have to reset the setting for Vray. Let's stop it. Click on stop. Go to render setup, select another render engine and then select Vray again. This will reset our settings. Right click Vray frame buffer and select interactive rendering. This is our Vray sun. Let's add environment map for it. Go to create panel, select Vray light, click on dome light, enable auto grid, click on it and check from go to perspective view. Here is our dome light. Select it, drag it, make sure it will see. There is dome light. Click on modify tab. By selected dome light, click on material editor. Select any materials. Let's add our dome light texture. So click on cancel, click on bitmap, Vray bitmap. Select our texture. Here is our HDRI texture map. Click open, set to spherical mode and apply to texture by clicking and dragging Vray dome light texture map. Make sure that both are instance. Here is our map. You can adjust the rotation of the map and increase the multiplier by 1.2 and trending multiplier 1.5. Let's check the rendering. Right click Vray frame buffer, enable interactive rendering. Now there is environment. The interior part is dull, so let's add some lights for interior. Select camera, make sure the film speed ISO to 350. This will be 4F number. Shutter speed to this and make it neutral. Tilt shifting, it is good. This is for camera settings. Let's add light for interiors. Select the wall and top view. Click on Vray light. Add a Vray plane light. Select modify terrain, set temperature for a warmer tone. Go to options, click on invisible and disable. Adjust our hid light. Shift and drag for a copy. Make it instance. Click OK. Make another copy. And this way we make it as a copy. Click OK. And we change the temperature. And let's make it for instance. Adjust it and click and drag as instance. Click and drag instance. Now the scene is lit up, the interior part. I will show the high quality rendering. I have already done it. Stop this. This is the final setting. Make it for 3K. Enter. Click to bucket. Enter maximum value to 16 for the final quality rendering. Noise threshold to 0.005. Disable the image filter. And color mapping to Reynard. Burn value to 0.5 or 0.6. And set GI engine as irradiance map. For low setting, increase the subdivisions and interpretation samples. Light cache, increase the light cache, and this to 0.02. These are the render elements. Let's add render element. Vray denoiser, GI lighting, reflection and specular, and Z depth and wire color. Let's set up the Z depth, and before setup, select Vray to NVIDIA denoiser and set up the Z depth. Here is our value. We have to type the value. For this, go to the top view, select the tape modifier. This will select tape, click and drag it from the camera view to the end of the scene, and here is our length. This length should be in the Z depth. For depth effect, go to can see it at max value. Type it, the tape modifier value, and click on render. I have already done the render. It is our final render. I will show you. This is our final render. Let's add exposure settings with frame buffer. Increase little bit exposure, little bit decrease the highlight mode, and increase a little bit contrast.